Lots of screaming in the background today. You're gonna have to excuse that. It's like 9:30 in the morning, so my 3-year-old right now is not having it. It's already been a day, and it's only 9:30 in the morning. Man, it's been a day since 12:30 last night, because my 5.5-year-old came in my room last night, and he was bawling his eyes out because he wet himself, but he has a disability, so he's struggling still with the potty training at night thingy. I'm still debating on whether I want to put him back in. They're not really adult, but they're like tween pull-ups for children that have disabilities and things like that. My problem is I think he's going to regress. I keep thinking he's going to regress, and then he's going to start like thinking that he can just pee in his underwear. I don't know. I'm still debating on that. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. I had a really, really good, deep conversation with myself the other day. I was kind of punishing myself the other day. I had a really bad day the other day. I kind of just flipped out. PMDD didn't help either. I was going through it with PMS, and I kind of just went off, and then I kind of just went off on myself. So, but in this little tantrum, whatever you want to call it, moment, I had like an epiphany, and as well as I had kind of like a moment of clarity. And then I felt really guilty, and I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't shit all day. So, but I was thinking to myself, this is actually probably going to be a really good video for somebody out there. And which, by the way, I say that all the time in my videos, and it actually happened. Somebody dropped a comment on one of my videos that I made of, it's actually one of my most popular videos on my channel, ironically enough right now, is my post-menstrual symptom video. It's about symptoms after you have your period, and it's not really talked about. We all know about PMS, but there's a whole new post-menstrual cycle, that symptoms and stuff. And it's really, really popular video all of a sudden. But anyway, somebody dropped a comment on it and said they were really appreciative of me making that video, and they were really thankful that I did it because they were going through some things that they weren't really sure about, and they were scared, and they were freaking out because they kept having these weird symptoms every month, and they didn't know what was happening to them. And now she knows, and she was like totally felt so much better, because she, you know, was like, oh my God, I'm not losing my mind. No, honey, you're not losing your mind. If you do watch this video, there's a whole thing about it. It's just really not talked about, unfortunately. But anyways, I thank you for that comment. I thank you for watching my video and my mess of a video. And anybody that watches these videos, that watches them, thank you so much. And if you can, share the word, pass my channel along. It helps me grow to reach out to more people. So, but I also, like I said, I make these videos mostly for myself, so I can look back on them. But if they do touch somebody, and somebody comes across them and they're like, so that's why I'm, you know, feeling this way, that's great. That's awesome. And that's awesome. So anyways, so like I was saying, the other day, I kind of had like a moment, and, but something good came out of it. And I was like, never really thought about that before. This past couple weeks have been really bad for me, financially. I've been struggling really bad. I've been kind of just going through it. And everybody knows that's in the United States right now, it's tax season. And everybody knows that, you know, tax season means, if you live in another country, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Tax season in the United States is when we file for all the work that we did the previous year. We end up getting kind of like paid back at the end of the year from our government. And we get like a monster check. Sometimes, not all the time. Some people have to pay back to the government because they owe. Mostly those are people that have small businesses and things like that. So not everybody gets a check back, but some people do. Well, I'm one of the people that do. And unfortunately, though, due to the child tax credit that we ended up getting in the United States last year, a lot of people right now are kind of just like waiting around, and they're not getting their stuff back. And it's been a long wait. So because of this, I can't really pay a lot of bills, and I can't like pay things off. And everybody knows how that goes when it comes to bill. I mean, everybody around the world knows what bills are like, and it's just a pain. So, I've been struggling with it, and I've been really stressed out. It's depressing as all get out. It's been so annoying. And I just flipped out the other day. I lost my crap, and I went off. I started trying to kind of China. I don't know what the hell I was saying. I kind of just had like a panic anxiety attack. I jumped in my truck, I took off, and I was like, I don't want to be around anybody right now. I have nothing good to say. I was like, I'm just going to say something retarded, and I'm like, I just need to get out of here. So, but anyways, my poor truck, probably is the best therapist I have, got the butt load of it, and I just started kind of being stupid, and I was saying a lot of things that were just really ignorant, and I wasn't saying it to anybody. Like I said, there was nobody in the vehicle with me. I was by myself, and I was kind of just like yelling and venting, and I'm going off, and I started comparing myself to other people. And I've made a video about this, talking about this in the past. At least I think I did, unless I was on my old channel. Talking about comparing myself to, I was comparing myself to somebody else's life, and I was, you know, comparing myself to this person and this person. And then I was talking about my life in general, my house, and just everything. And I was kind of just punching everything, and I was just like really mad. But then something came to me, and it was deep, and I felt kind of foolish. A little voice came over me that told me, there's somebody right now that's in your city. And there is, because we have homeless people all over our city, that's sleeping on a cot in one of the shelters. And when they wake up tomorrow, they're going to be back on that cot again. They don't have walls. They don't have privacy. They don't have a job. They don't have any money, any kind of money. They don't have any income at all. They have no family. They have nobody. So when they wake up tomorrow, they're just going to be by themselves. And it's going to be another day of sleeping on a cot with no money in their pockets. They don't even know if they're going to eat. They don't know when they're hungry and they're sick. They probably can't get an apartment. They can't get one because maybe they got criminal charges or they got things in their background that's stopping them. They don't get to have a car. They don't have keys. They can't just jump in a vehicle and go someplace. They can't because maybe they don't have the funds to get a driver's license, or they can't. Maybe legally they can't get a driver's license. You have a bedroom. You have blankets. You have a bed. You have food on your table every night. You get to go home. You get to have a place to go to. That person doesn't. They get to go to a shelter, and it's not a guarantee that that cot is going to be available every night. Sometimes they got to sleep on the sidewalk. And sleeping on a sidewalk is not cool because there's people walking past them. They have no privacy. They have no comfort. They have nothing. And all they're doing is dreaming about the stuff that you have that they'll probably never have in their life because they can't. Either legally, there's literally a dove just like looking straight at me right now through my window. She does it all the time. She greeted me yesterday morning too. It was really cute. Oh, no, it's the twins or the couple. I had this couple, doves, they live in my backyard in a tree, and they're the cutest little couple ever, and now they're just sitting here staring at me through my window. I think they're my angels, but I love them both. But anyways, so I had like this giant epiphany come to me, and all of that came to me, and I instantly went from like down here to like up here a little bit in morale, and also on top of the fact, I kind of went from up here down here heart-wise, and I felt really dumb. And I felt really foolish, and I was kind of like mad. I was mad at myself, and I was like, wow, man, you know, you're an idiot, dude. I was like, you really are stupid. When we get frustrated and we get mad, we really kind of take for granted, and take for granted is not even a big enough word. We kind of just punch everything out of the way. We don't see what we have. We don't care. We don't give a crap. And I'm talking from personal experience, obviously. We don't give a crap about what we have around us. We don't care. We're like, whatever. I don't want this house. I don't want this apartment. I don't want any of this crap. I don't care about it. I don't give a crap. I hope it burns down. I don't get... And the sad part is there's somebody that's standing behind us that everything I just said is looking at you and going, can I have it? Can I have it? Because I don't have anything. I'm going to a cot. Okay, I'm hungry. I'm cold. Can I have it? I'd love to have what you have. Can I have that? I'd rather have no money in my pocket and just have that apartment. I'd rather have no money and have that vehicle. Can I have that? I'll trade you. Would we trade it? Then would we trade it? No. Unfortunately, no. But it takes something that deep, it takes something that serious to make us turn around and go, no, I'm not going to trade that. No, I don't want to sleep. You know, and it's funny too, because there's a lot of, like, the world right now is going through pure hell. There's a bunch of homeless people that are coming from Ukraine, and they don't have anywhere to go right now. They're literally living on other people's houses. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Some of them are just flat out homeless living in Germany. They don't have anywhere to go. They literally are sleeping on a sidewalk. I mean, they lost their whole home. They probably had something like this. And one day they just woke up and somebody came knocking at their door and said, by the way, you're homeless now. I can't even imagine going through something like that. Somebody came to my door right now and was like, by the way, we need you to leave your apartment, and but we don't have anywhere for you to go, so good luck. We're going to bomb your country. In this area, we're going to drop bombs on it. We're going to smash up your apartment. I have 2 kids and a dog. I have a whole house full of stuff. I have a whole home that I've built in 5.5 years. I can't even imagine going through that. I watch the people on the news. I'm trying really hard not to get emotional right now, because I really don't. I want to get this point across to people out there that are going to watch this video, because I'm talking to myself as well as somebody else out there. We really do take for granted the things that we have. And the comparison thing it's true. It's in the Bible that it is evil. Comparison is evil, because it will do this. It will make you take everything that you have been blessed with. And blessed is the key word, because blessed. Okay, because somebody else doesn't have that. They weren't blessed. You were. You. Okay, you were blessed with it. Not him or her, you. That is a blessing. God got you. Okay, God got you. He picked you to have what you have. He didn't pick him. He didn't pick her. He picked you. You got it. And you know how many people are waiting in line to have what you have? So when I was over here sitting here complaining about some stupid refund check and complaining about my crap that I wanted, I totally put on blinders to the fact that there's 5 people or 17,000 people that are standing here behind me going, well, you could have a refund check, so can I just have your apartment, because I don't have anywhere to sleep tonight. You can sleep on the sidewalk with your refund check. I never really understood that saying when they say money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil, because it turns you into a loony bin. Your demons come out. It is the root of all evil. It is evil. Money is evil. Even when you have it, you do stupid stuff. You buy things that you don't need. You try to be somebody that you're not. You start living in the clouds, man. You start really just getting out there. You're not making sense anymore. You're kind of like, and you're just wasting it. You're just taking money and you're throwing it in the garbage, because now, a couple of months from now, you're going to need, you know, money for an emergency situation, and you don't have it because you were trying to live in a fantasy and taking for granted everything that's around you. This video goes a lot deeper. I can't even get across how I felt that day. I was ashamed of myself. I was mad at myself that I felt this way, that I feel this way, that I couldn't stop that feeling of envy and jealousness. I felt pathetic. My lips are so dry right now. I need my chapstick. But if I don't have to put my chapstick on, my coffee's gonna get like a waxy residue. Hold on, 1 second. Oh man, I shouldn't drink that caffeine. I didn't really need it today. I hate my tanner. It never goes on right. My face never absorbs hardly any of it. My hands and my arms do. Like, these look great, but my face is really pale, so I have to wear makeup. It's embarrassing. Carmex product placement. I'm just kidding. This isn't sponsored. But yeah, I felt really then I started getting scared. Then I started getting like paranoid because I was thinking to myself, like, God hears you, you know, kind of thing. And I was like, oh boy. But the thing is with me in my life is I am, and God knows this, that I'm one of those types that he has to kind of like rear me in when it comes to my emotions, because I get really out there sometimes, and the Lord knows this about me, and he knows that I act like a 5-year-old, and I throw temper tantrums, he knows. But he always somehow whispers to me a lesson when I get way too far left. He's like, okay, we're gonna sit down. And that was the lesson that I got that moment. And I'm glad that I did, because it really did show me everything. That even in the past couple of days, I kind of tried to like, I thought to myself, okay, let's just pretend. I was like, let's just pretend for an instant that the money came in, right? And let's just pretend that everything's cool. You got the money, right? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? And I was sitting there and I'm thinking, I know what I'm going to do with it. And I don't like that thought. Because nothing bad, of course, I like to kill myself or something like that. That I was going to waste it. And I knew I've done this in the past. And then months down the road, I'm looking back and going, man, I really wish I wouldn't have done that. You know, I wish I would have saved a couple of thousand, or, you know, whatever. And that moment right there was a lesson too, because God was trying to tell me that you don't save and you don't look at it as what it is, that it is a blessing and that it is help. And we're going back to blessings again. That not everybody is, and like I said, in the United States of America, not everybody gets a refund. Not everybody is granted a refund, because some people, they either have to pay in or they owe things from their past, which is another crappy thing about it, is that sometimes like if you owe like way too much credit card debt, or if you owe, I can't remember the other stuff that they take. There's sometimes, I think it's medical bills. I think they sometimes take your medical bills. They'll take it out of your refund, and unfortunately sometimes they take a lot. Like they'll take like pretty much like your whole entire refund. And so a lot of people are not granted, they don't get one. Sometimes it comes back and it says 0. So we're going back to that word blessing again, that you have been blessed with this opportunity. Do you not see the pattern here? That these blessings that you keep getting every time you get one, and I'm talking to myself, that every time you get one, you take it for granted. And maybe that's why things aren't happening for you right now, because there has to be lessons that have to be sold right now first, before you can see when it's in your hand for what it really is. And that goes with everything in life for all of us, that everything that we have, I'm talking to the people that are making the money. I'm talking to people that have great places to live. I'm talking to people that have a place to live. I'm talking to people that are like me, that live in an apartment or whatever. People that have keys in their hands. Somebody that's getting ready to walk out that door right now and go to work. All the stuff that you have, everything that we have, is a blessing. I just got a note from the Weather Channel. Is a blessing. Your neighbor might not have what you have. God chose you to have that blessing. And that is something to look at him every day and go, you know what? Thank you for choosing me to have this blessing. I probably don't deserve it. But that's another thing that we do too, is we look at it and go, I don't deserve this. But God chose you to have that blessing because you do. He wanted you to have that blessing because in his eyes you do. There's a reason. God has his reasons. We don't always see them, but God knows, and God has his reasons. So what do we do again? We're taking for granted. Now we're taking for granted the blessing. And it goes on and on and on. So basically the moral of this whole entire YouTube video is, really take a look at your life and look at when you're having those moments like I did, when you're having those temper tantrum moments, you're like, oh my God, nothing's working out for me. Like, you know, and you're just freaking out like I did the other day. And I flip out because I get bored. And that's another thing that'll do it is boredom. You just sit around and you're like, I'm bored out of my mind. Really take a step back for a second and look at what you have and think about it. Because somebody down the street probably doesn't have what you have. And they'd trade you in a heartbeat. And do you want to trade that? Do you want to sleep on cement every night and be cold? It's been really cold in Michigan right now. It's actually been cold all over the United States right now. You could die in these temperatures. Do you want to? 95% of us would probably say no. And if you say yes, you're either just, I don't know, maybe you really do hate your life. I don't know, but no. My 3-year-old's just not having it right now. He's with his father downstairs and he's just like, hey. So I just wanted to share this video, and I wanted to share it just in case there's somebody else out there that's, you know, having a moment and flipping out and getting mad about their life, and they're like, man, my boss is an idiot, or my job sucks, and blah, blah, blah. Somebody else don't have that because you were blessed with that job, and you have that job. Not him or her, you. And it can be changed within a heartbeat. So, anyway, just another now the more you know. All right, peace out, you guys. I'm gonna go. I gotta go help my toddler downstairs because he's having a moment. He is off to the hospital today in Detroit. He has to get his arm looked at because I don't even know what's going on with his arm. He ended up falling on it about 4 weeks ago. The dog like came running at him and knocked him off his feet, and he fell like on the part of his elbow on our hardwood floors, and I wasn't around, so I didn't exactly see what happened. My husband, I was taking a shower, and so we take him to the hospital, and at our local hospital, and they said they couldn't see anything on the x-ray. So for some odd reason, they wanted to take him and send him to Detroit. So they casted him up, and now he has to go to Detroit, which is probably about 45 minutes away from us. And he has to go to their hospital and their pediatric ward, and he has to have his elbow looked at. And they're going to find out today. It's already probably healed by now. So, whatever. I'm hoping this cast comes off because he's been miserable with this cast on. Anyways, I hopefully talk to y'all again soon. Thank you to all that are watching my videos and commenting. I really do appreciate it. And spread the word. And let's see if this channel grows. Let's see if anything comes of it. All right. Peace out.